What is up, guys? In today's video we are going to be spectating random players in Fortnite Zero Build, going over what I think they do well, what they could do differently, and just the state of the game. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below which you prefer to play this season: regular BR Zero Build, like on the Chapter 2 island like we're playing here, or Reload, because I feel like I'm much preferring Reload this season. Like I've probably played more BR than Reload at this point, but the pacing of the game at times is rough for BR, like the large player count on this large map. I'm not sure where I want to go for this. I'm debating Pleasant, I'm debating Dog Pound. We can go Pleasant and see how it goes. One of the things I really like about Pleasant, which this is probably my favorite landing spot this season, is that there's this underground part that has 2 agency chests. And when you open them, the agency's chests have 2 utility spawns. So like your utility spawn of the chest is going to be like heals or items like the grappler, impulses, C4, grenades, like those sort of items. The agency chest has 2 spawns for it. So I feel like when I get those agency chests, I have like a pretty decent chance of getting shield and also getting a grappler, which is obviously really nice. It's not always the case, but it definitely helps having a spot like that. We're going to be spectating this aura. Saw them land. They had aura, so I wanted to watch them. I'm going board with Evan here. They're just going to loot this house. This is actually the house I enjoyed landing at Pleasant. And then there's a porta potty outside that will send you into the underground part. You could just land and go straight into the underground, but I'd rather loot a little bit and then go and deal with that afterwards. I don't really like fighting down there, and it can get pretty chaotic with people just like coming through the vents, or you know, maybe you go through the vent and somebody's already down there. So I would like to have like a little bit of loot and hopefully some shield beforehand. So I like to loot this house and then go there. And it seems like this house has failed Evan. And I feel like that's one of the unfortunate aspects of the season, is just that the RNG, which is going to be like the randomness in game, it feels so much more significant than like more recent Fortnite seasons. Like there's always RNG, you know, last season maybe you get a jetpack, maybe you don't, and then like getting a jetpack is going to change your game a lot, or not getting a jetpack is going to change your game a lot. But like not getting a shotgun and not getting shield off spawn, this player is having a hard time. And okay, they played that fight well. I was gonna say, even if they get this, like even if they lose that fight, I feel like they probably played like a bit better than their opponent. Like their opponent's just running straight up at them up the stairs, you know. But like just the fact that that other person had shield, it seemed, and had a shotgun, they have such an advantage. And like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like the loot RNG, like the impact that has on your game is more pronounced this season, with how hard it is to get shield and how hard it is to get mobility as well. Like this house has like 3 or 4 chest spawns, I think, and several floor loot spawns, and they just kind of come away with trash. I would want to go into that underground part now. There might already be somebody down there, but I feel like at this point in time, even if I was playing this match, I feel like I have very little to lose at this point. Like if this is my loot, I'm probably just going to go somewhere and hope for the best. And so I feel like going into that underground part, it might be risky, but also it's the best chance to maybe get something going. And I feel like the longer you spend just kind of doing nothing here, the more likely it is you're going to run into somebody who has like much better loot than you and more shield and a grappler and all that stuff. And then like it's going to be hard to play. They get the good damage there. I would want to go for the pickaxe trick there. This player may or may not know about it, but if you swing your pickaxe as you're entering somebody's car, keep the pickaxe button held the entire time, and then look at them, you can pickaxe them through the car. And that would have been a decent time to go for it, because I already got like decent damage on them with the pistol. And so they maybe could have like translated that into a kill, got rid of that person. But again, there's just more stagnation. Okay, this house is unlooted. That's awesome. Hopefully they can get like something to like make this game worth playing. Minis. Great. Doesn't really benefit them immediately now because they already have 50 shield, but it's better. I would really like to have the porta fort there. They left it there, but I think the porta fort is one of the better items in the game. Especially for zero build. For builds, it's like trash. It's like really not that big of a deal. But like in zero builds, it can be such a, like a game-changing item with like how open this map can be at times. There's a lot of fights you can get in that just suck for you and that feel like kind of unplayable. And the porta fort can really help with that. In game especially, they're incredible. But even like at different like mid-early game, like whenever, if you're in a bad situation, you can just kind of throw it down and now you have cover and probably a position of advantage on the other player. So I feel like the porta fort would have provided so much more value than the bandages. I don't know what he's looking at. There's a person over there. I don't know if there's another person he saw or not. I'm like somewhat tempted to switch off this player. There's people fighting, I believe, in the underground portion. I'm trying to get on the roof, but like this person's harpooning. They're trying to use the harpoon like a grappler. What am I watching? The harpoon is for fishing, guys. You shoot the harpoon at like the little circular fishing spots, and then you fish it immediately. You can also hit players with it to deal 75 damage, and you do drag them towards you, which can kind of get awkward. You can use it to get loot to you, but the harpoon is not a grappler. Billies would be good here. Everyone's shooting at him. This is Jonesy is an AI though. You don't need that kill. Like the person in a car that you had weak is like a significantly more important thing to fight. The Jonesy is a drone, like a literal AI. He's scared to push into this room again. I would want to do something with that damage he had because the damage he got on them was mostly just overshield. But so by this time it's gone. The guy mantled up to the roof. They're out of here, I think. Yeah, this player is probably going to be dead here soon, hopefully. I want to watch somebody else. They're getting shot from two different angles, though. There's somebody behind them at the brick house, and then somebody more kind of in the direction they were going, I think, until the, towards the soccer field. Once they get on this roof, I don't think this is a bad play at all, especially because the other people here are shooting at each other. If you could get damage on this, that would be great, but I don't know if he's like... Okay, push this. This is like a big deal to push this, I think. He's not going to do anything, and so the damage he just got on that person is like gone. Or gonna be gone. I'm pretty sure he full broke their shield. And I feel like this, like I've said this so many times, but I feel like this player is just slowly losing the game. They have 25 AR bullets as well. But like there's I personally, if I was in this situation, feel like I don't have what I want to play the game, like mainly a grappler. So breaking that player's shield, I would have really wanted to push off that. But also with how many people there are here just kind of existing, getting that other one out of the game makes your life a lot easier. Like I would want to push that person on that house, quickly kill them, and then hopefully turn to like beam one of the third parties. That person that he shot is all the way over there now. I think they went through the underground or something. They like did that quick. Another porta fort there. And I know he didn't have any mobility to push there, but I feel like breaking someone's shield like that, like he maybe could have like sprinted, and as he gets closer to the house, like that person really can't peek on him without over peeking. Somebody in this house. And he gets sniped. Unfortunate. You on board with Kevbo? I'm decently sure this person watches me. Like this name looks very familiar to me. He's got the slide bug, unfortunately. This is like the worst time for that. Hold on, let me turn the audio down. We'll do that. It'll be quiet. Or maybe it's like not that bad for you guys. Because I have the game volume not super loud. But I wanted that slide bug to not be like ridiculously loud, you know? But it is louder for me than it is for y'all. Person just driving around in circles in a car. This player has no mobility either, but they do have buggy bombs. So if this person in the car gets too close to them, that should be a somewhat free start to the fight. And a lot of people with cars do just want to drive right up on you sometimes. And so that can definitely play into this player's hand. The thing is, you don't want him to know you have boogie bombs until it's too late for them to react. So I wouldn't want to be like running around with them open out or going for any like shots that are like really unlikely to hit. Then AI shooting him in the back. Nice snipe. The car is over here, so the person is probably over there somewhat. He destroyed the car. Which is like, alright, I guess you could argue like, you know, they can't use the car now, but I kind of would want them to have the car so I can boogie them. So this player also doesn't have a grappler. I think the grappler is really important, and that's why I was saying I would have stressed going into those underground chests early to hopefully check if there's a grappler there. If I didn't get a grappler from there, I would want to go to the dog pound in this mid game. Unless you just kill somebody and get one, or, you know, get a supply drop, get a llama that has one. I think this is also an AI he's sniping at. But any of the leftover vaults, the vaults have several of the agency chests and several of the rare chests. So you have like really decent chance of getting a grappler from there. And with it being solos, a lot of times there's going to be grapplers left behind. So I would have wanted to check this underground area much faster than what ended up happening. And then I also would have wanted to make my way over towards Dog Pound and check that vault for a leftover grappler as well. But that applies for any vault POI that you're nearby. Like, let's say you like landing retail and you've looted retail, you're a little bit later into the game, like not late game yet, but like it's pretty likely the person from Grotto has already moved on. I would maybe want to go to Grotto and check if that vault has any leftover loot. And then the other ones aren't as third-partyable. Like, I'm not going to swim to the rig to hopefully check that, or to the yacht. But, I mean, if you want to do it, you can. I feel like the vaults are usually a pretty decent way to find a grappler. Or if you need shield in the mid-game. Often not as much shield, but I very frequently find leftover grapplers in the vaults. Unfortunately, used 2 boogie bombs on a fight that wasn't very, like, important. I think this was an AI right here as well. I wasn't paying very much attention because what we were talking about. Use a med kit. Car's driving at him. Maybe? Again, with boogie bombs in my inventory, I would really want this car to drive at me. Especially in a game like this because maybe this person doesn't want a grappler. But I would feel like I don't have what I want to play the game. Like, I would much rather have big pots over minis. I'd much rather have a grappler than no mobility at all. And so, like, getting a kill here is important to me. If you make it in-game, but you can't win the match because you don't have mobility to, like, get where you need to get in zone or to, like, push people on good timing, then, like, you're going to wish you had made some more risk during the course of the game to, like, hopefully obtain one, you know? And I get it. It is definitely rough this season, but... yeah, there's a car that just started flying near him. They flew straight up. I like beaming those cars. A lot of people will just spam fly for some reason, and you can shoot their car out and cause them fall damage if they don't catch themselves with a grappler. And you guys know how cars are. Like, it's not like every car you find is full HP. They might have got into a car that was damaged already, not really thought about it, and then went too high and made themselves like an easy potential kill. So I wouldn't recommend just ignoring those cars flying around. Like here, it would be rough to shoot at because it's incredibly high and he's in a decent spot where he might get sniped. Like, this is concerning if anyone comes behind him. This person is also sniping. And this is, they have the TNTina, but they don't have the bow. That's surprising. I think the bow is incredibly good. But this is kind of the unfortunate circumstance of the season and why I'm not really sure if I want to make spectating videos for this season. Because the pacing of the game is just rough. And, like, I don't really think there's anything to be done. It's just kind of the way the game is with, like, the lack of mobility. And I feel like the prevalence of snipers and the ARs not being very good at range, I feel like makes people snipe more. And then the more people are sniping, the more people are playing to not get sniped. Like, it's all like a... it's like so many things contributing to it. But I feel like the pacing of the game right now is just very rough. And this is one of the really unfortunate things about this season is I feel like there's so many games where you should just probably be doing nothing. You should just wait and play off your snipe and hope for the best. And that's like what a lot of people are going to do. I can't spectate the person I want to spectate. There was somebody with a crown in the kill feed that I wanted to watch. But yeah, like genuinely at this point in the game, you're probably better off just like being in a car or going somewhere and hoping to not get sniped because you went somewhere. Like the snipers are so lethal. And then like it's several zones of this, I feel like. Like look at how large the zone is for 8 people. Like I don't know, the pacing of the game is just rough right now. So like, yeah, I asked at the start of the video what you would like or what you're enjoying more as far as like reload versus BR, but this guy's going for trick shots on an AI. Nice. Let me know what you think of these spectating videos this season, because I feel like it might just be better to not make them or to make them in reload or something. Car driving above him and he has boogie bombs. In this situation, I would be not concerned about that chest and just worried about like getting to the point, like getting up these stairs to the point where he could boogie. Because he went through for the chest and everything, like that player drives away. But I feel like if as soon as he heard the car, he was just kind of like sprinting to the top of that staircase, he could have hit the boogie on them, hit a solid pump shot, and then that's like a very winnable fight, you know? But now that guy is probably just going to be sitting on that house with a sniper. What are we doing? This person has a grappler at least. There's a llama in that water over there. I'm not sure if it's worth going for. I would be scared doing this. And then I feel like the llamas are so like hit or miss this season. I've had time. You gotta pickaxe it. You're gonna get swam away by the current. If you destroy the llama, okay, thank you. He gets a new grappler. That's perfect. That's actually huge. Unfortunately, no shield. And that's what I was going to say. I feel like the llamas are so hit or miss this season. Like, sometimes I just get crap. There is a rift over here and a truck. I would probably want that truck. Especially since we know the boom bow isn't in play. If you guys don't know the boom bow, you can shoot it at cars and get 100 damage on the person inside. This player won't know that the boom bow isn't in play. But we know that because of, you know, swapping players earlier. I want to spectate that person that was across the bridge there. I hope they push them. That's the person that I saw in the kill feed several times with the crown. I believe they have the minigun. That's what it sounded like was going on over there. But this person I expect to be decent. It also looks like they have their real skin. Boogie bomb the car. Boogie bomb the car, please. This is a free kill if you boogie bomb the car. Okay, he boogies them anyways, but like, he's gonna lose the fight. Yikes. He did boogie him anyways. Or is this silver? I can't tell if this is Unreal or silver. They like confused me, the different. Okay, yeah, no, it's like platinum, I think. I said every rank, but maybe I eventually got it right. But anyways, that person just has a spaz and they hit a hard shot. The spaz is like the purple and gold pump. They hit a hard shot there and turned the fight. The lady we were spectating didn't hit the hardest pump shot, but boogie bombing that car should be a kill. It's just like unfortunately not how it worked out. But yeah. But luckily they still got the boogie off. If this person got out of the car immediately and like the person we were spectating previously missed their opportunity to boogie the car, it would have felt bad dying that way. They still get the boogie off, but like, yeah, I think if you're gonna have boogies in your inventory and an opportunity presents itself like that for a free kill on the boogie bomb, or what should be a free kill on the boogie bomb, then like you need to take advantage of that. And this is something you'll see a lot of this season as well. It's just cars in the end game. Just driving around in cars because it's one of the best ways to not get sniped, and snipers are so prevalent. Some counters to the cars are going to be boogie bombs, like I said. Also, the kaboom bow. I think the boom bow is my favorite mythic. You get it from TNT at the rig, and just like being able to splash people for 100 damage through the car, or anybody playing off cover, you can shoot it like next to their cover and get damage on them. It's a very cheesy item, and like it lends itself well to zero build. Like there's just a lot of situations where it's really high value. We get the new car. Let's see if he flies it. Yep, he does. But imagine if someone broke the car right now. Like this one was already full HP, but if the car was like half HP when he did this, already somewhat weak from a previous fight, you know, which a lot of people will do it on weak cars, not thinking. Like you just shoot it out and then they can catch themselves if they shoot the grappler properly, but it's hard to get that timing perfect. Like if he flew it right there in response to getting shot, then this person could have an easy cleanup kill. Just beaming him. Takes a lot of damage there. Unfortunately, Kevbo goes down. I am decently sure that person watches me. That name is very familiar. If you're watching Kevbo, comment below. I'm sorry you got eliminated. So here, this car is weak, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if he was shooting it from the get-go, this person's dead to fall damage. Unfortunately, I had to shield and everything, but that's exactly what I was talking about. You saw how like fast the car blew up. Unfortunately, NJ hits hard pump shots. That's just kind of the way the pumps go this season. And then the last person just third partying is probably going to win. But I think Whiffed definitely had a potential kill there. Imagine shooting this car. It has 140 health. Like, this person is probably dead anyways. Like, it's hard for them to win this game. But if that opportunistic third party just shot the car, then that is a free elimination probably. It is hard to time the grapple perfectly. I mean, even, like, the car blowing up would have killed her. She's weak enough. But, like, I'm just trying to stress that, like, the car flying is good, but these cars are not very tanky. Especially if they're starting already pretty weak. Like, they stay in the air for a while when they do that. So, like, you can definitely beam somebody and get rid of them. That's the AI he's shooting at. Not the player. The player is to the right with a sniper. Yeah, okay, nice. This player also has no shield, unfortunately. No heals at all. Dang, I thought that was their game over. I think the person we're spectating is the better player here, but, like, they're in such a bad situation. Like, going for the snipe fight continuously like this is kind of rough. It might seem like a 50-50 to just, like, hope you hit a headshot, right? But, like, look at this player's situation. They have 14 health and no shield. I don't know why they're no-scoping for it. But they have 14 health and no shield, so, like, hitting a headshot snipe is probably the best chance for them to actually win this game. Even though it is kind of a coin flip here on, like, one of them just hitting the shot before the other. 50-50 is a better chance than this player has in a straight-up fight. So, like, the going for no-scopes is not the greatest thing, but I don't fault them for, like, repetitively taking that same snipe fight, even though it looks bad, because it's, like, better chances than they're going to have otherwise. Like, sometimes something that isn't the greatest chances is still better than, you know, what would have otherwise been. But that is going to be it for this video. It was an interesting one. I think making these types of videos is going to be hard for this season because, like I said, the pacing is just rough. But let me know what you guys have been playing this season so far between Reload and, you know, Zero Build BR. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.